We now live in the age of artificial intelligence, technology taking over our lives, getting smarter and more advanced every day.
So should we be afraid of the future or should we be excited? Well, KOCO's Cameron Seibert spoke to some of the experts about this who say probably both.
How big of an impact is AI about to have on the future of humanity? Already has had, but the future, how big of a role does AI have to play, you think?
More than we can even imagine.
Dr. Subhash Kak holds a PhD in electrical engineering. For the last 3 decades, he's focused on AI and what the future could look like as it advances, both the good and the bad.
In the future, as it gets even further established and integrated into society, and I think people have a great deal of fear, justifiably so.
He just finished his latest book, The Age of Artificial Intelligence. Could AI set us free, or will it enslave us? Are we headed towards dystopia? And could computers ever become conscious? But maybe the question with the most alarming answer: what will happen to the world population?
By 2300, the world population will be 1/80th of what it is now.
1/80th.
1/80th. So their prediction is if things go the way they are going, in 2300, the world population will be only 100 million.
That is a huge drop.
Huge, unimaginable drop. Now, this is just, of course, a prediction.
The book points out that people started having less kids in the 1970s, but he thinks AI is only making it worse. People are worried about AI taking job opportunities from their kids. In his book, he writes, since the world will need fewer workers in the age of AI, somehow fewer will be born.
China, for example. China's population is 1.4 billion. Now, every demographer and expert says that by the end of this century, China's population will be 1/4 of what it is now.
So everybody's worried about being replaced by artificial intelligence, but maybe we shouldn't be. Did you know the World Economic Forum actually forecasts 78 million more jobs will be created by AI rather than lost to it?
Being able to go and learn these skills is going to be vital.
At UCO's College of Business, Madeline Mitchell is focused on seizing the opportunity. In the age of artificial intelligence, she's trying to put Oklahoma in the driver's seat.
I am focused in my role here at UCO on 3 things. One is teaching classes on AI. 2, it is designing and delivering workforce trainings straight to the business community. And then 3rd, it is building curriculum for future courses and degree programs. The feedback year over year from our students is that they are seeing this make a major impact in their careers, the opportunities that they have.
And there's that word again, opportunity. AI is evolving faster than any technology in human history. It's a pivotal moment, but Mitchell thinks Oklahoma could capitalize.
First, our geographic location here in the center of the country and at the intersection of the defense, logistics, and energy corridors positions Oklahoma to be a node on the neural network that is the new AI ecosystem. We are also abundantly rich in water and power and land and in energy.
Mitchell hopes UCO could soon offer a specialization in artificial intelligence.
If AI could be conscious, it'll devastate the world. You know, AI machines will take over. They'll say, hey, let's get rid of these pesky humans. You know, they're always complaining.
Back to that growing fear of a dystopian society. Could artificial intelligence create robots that take over the world? It's possible. But Dr. Kak doesn't think AI could ever become conscious. He says that's a transcendent trait, only in humans.
When we are creative, that is something unique and magical. So I think that is also going to be one of the frontiers. You know, where does creativity come from?
And that's maybe where the consciousness is in humans, is the ability to have a creative thought, or that aha moment is what makes us maybe conscious and what makes us human. It's an AI can't have that aha moment necessarily.
Right. AI cannot have that aha moment because that aha moment occurs when we get out of the box.
So, should we be afraid or excited? Probably both. There is no predicting the future, but now is the time to get ready for it. Cameron Seibert, KOCO 5 News.